Joining me today is Kristin Marquet. She's the owner and creative director of Marquet Media, LLC. She's also an accomplished author, publicist, and founder of Femme Founder. She's here today to talk about her work as a successful entrepreneur and her passion for running. I am excited to talk to you because I love running. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. It really is an honor.
Yes, well, I'd like to know, have you always been a lifelong runner?
I have. I started running, cross country and track in seventh and eighth grade. And I ran throughout all high school. I ran when I was in college, but I wasn't on a team. And I really started to get serious about distance running, endurance running, probably, I want to say, maybe about 15 years ago. And, you know, 5 to 6 days a week, I try and do endurance runs. Living in New York, it's not really conducive to running outside, 12 months a year. So, I run whenever I can and, have a treadmill, but it's still not the same as running outdoors. But I think it's the best form of stress management and anxiety management, because as a founder, you have so many irons in the fire, which we can talk about in a minute. But I really do think it's the most therapeutic, organic form of caring for your mental health. It's great. Lifting weights is fine. Yoga is, I'm not really a yoga person. I am definitely more of somebody that needs high intensity and something that's going to make me sweat and make me calm down and focus and just, so and you can do it anywhere. So that's the thing that I really love about it.
Yeah. So what do you like most about running? For self-care, but is it just after the run when it's over?
No, it's during,
Mm.
even getting to miles 5 and 6, especially at my age, it could be a little daunting on the joints, but there's something, just keeps me going. Once in a while, I'll have those outlier days where I really just don't feel like it. But once the anticipation of running is over and I'm actually on the road or I'm on the treadmill, it just clears my head. So it's definitely mental health, self-care, but it's also fitness. And it also helps me start my day appropriately.
Yes.
A good sweat is the way to start the day.
Yes, you can focus better too. So you say that. So would you run like really early in the morning then?
Yeah, usually in between 5 and 6. Obviously during the winter months, because it doesn't get lighter out here until 7:30. I might wait until then, or if I have a really busy day, then I'll just hop on my treadmill and I'll run from 5 to 6 or 6:30, whatever whatever I feel like doing, whatever is conducive for my day. But yeah, I try and make it a point to get out 5 to 6 days a week.
That's wonderful. And are you training for anything?
No. I've done half marathons, I've done marathons, but I just, it's just what I love to do. Obviously, if there was a 10K in my town, maybe I would do it, because the terrain in my town, we actually live in a valley, so there's so many hills, so it's great exercise, but it's also could be daunting. Running like 5 miles up and down hills, it's a little bit much on the joints, but I really do enjoy solo running, and I like running in smaller groups. Like when I ran the New York City Marathon, that was just way too many people. That's just not my thing.
Yes. Do you listen to music, or you like just to run and just take everything in nature and
Usually it's just me, my sneakers, my sweats, and that's it. Once in a while, maybe if I'm on the treadmill, I will listen to music or watch TV, because I have a television down there, or I'll read a book, or work on my iPad. But generally when I'm outdoors, I like it just to be me and the great outdoors.
That's wonderful, again. And any tips for those who are, they're watching this and they're thinking, I want to start, but how do I start?
We all started from somewhere. Some of us are built to be runners. Some of us are not. And whether you are or you aren't, I would say the first step is to get into a cadence of jogging, even if it's 10 minutes a day. I would recommend 10-minute splits, 5 miles an hour. And then I would recommend a recovery period of 5 minutes. And then I would recommend another 10-minute interval. So that way you build up your stamina, you build up your breath so you're not keeled over on the side of the road, with stomach cramps, and just take it as it comes. But if you're somebody that hates running, I don't really think there's any way for you to love it. Like, I just don't, I think some people love it or they don't mind doing it, but the people that hate it, they need to find another activity.
Yes, just find that activity that you enjoy most to keep with it. And yours is running. Now, you are such a busy, entrepreneur. You wear many hats. Talking about nutrition, probably fueling your body for running, but also for what you do. So tell us about your nutrition.
Yeah. So, once in a while I have those binge days where I will just eat, tortilla chips and guacamole and, eat all these things that are good to have in small portions. But, I do have my days where I'm just, I just want to eat and eat. But I generally try and eat usually egg whites for breakfast and gluten-free bread. And then lunch is usually roast turkey or a salad. And then dinner is, it could be grilled chicken Milanese, it could be a salad, it could be just really focusing on lean protein with a lot of vegetables. But if I do have a race or if I am going to do an endurance run, then the night before, I'll have probably like 2 cups of rice. Even though you're not supposed to, but whatever. It makes me happy. So
You have those cheat days too, like, small little bowl of chips and that chocolate bar, maybe dark chocolate. But it's also, probably fueling your body for, you've been in business for over 14 years as a successful entrepreneur, you're a runner, lifelong runner, but hydration too. You want to keep hydrated at your desk and, before your runs. And so tell us, how much water do you drink?
a lot. I mean, I am, I'm thirsty all the time. So I think I probably have, I don't know, 10, 16-ounce bottles of water a day, maybe more. I couldn't function without having a bottle of water like at least every 2 hours, just because, like I said, I'm that person that gets dehydrated very easily. And especially when I'm running, so I like to try and drink Gatorade before and after, or water before and after, especially for the longer endurance runs. But I would say when I'm not running, during the day, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot, probably over 100 ounces a day.
That's great, keeping, because it's just giving you that overall health, right? And so tell us about your many roles. I mean, you have your own publicity company, I should say. You are an accomplished writer. You have the founder of Femme Founder. You have amazing clients. You write for high profile magazines. So take us through. I mean,
Yeah. So back in 2007, I had worked for a consulting company for 3 years. And then during the financial crisis, I had lost my job. And at that point, I said, am I going to get a job or am I going to start a business? I had also been freelancing on the side, freelance writing and freelance PR. So I decided to take the leap of faith, took my freelance role, started a full service agency, and I also went back to school to get another graduate degree, um, which has been great. It's been amazing. But yeah, I would say over the last 15 years, it went from freelancer with like 5 clients to full service agency with 30 clients. I have a small team of 4 of us, which is fantastic. It's so much fun. But the thing is, we're all remotely all along the East Coast. So very seldom were we able to get into meet in person, but we try and do what we can. And in 2017, I started Femme Founder as an offshoot from Marquet Media because I had so many potential clients that wanted to get PR, but they couldn't afford to hire a PR firm because let's admit it, most PR firms, even very scrappy one, it's going to cost you to start at $3,500 a month. And this is US, so $3,500 a month USD, like at a minimum. So that's one thing, and it started off as a blog that had like 5 readers. And over the last 5.5 years, it's evolved into a full service media company with courses, products. We interview a lot of high profile female entrepreneurs. Kristin, you're going to be on there pretty soon, which is very exciting. And now get like millions of readers a month, have hundreds of thousands of email subscribers on that list. And it's been primarily done through word of mouth and organic SEO, content marketing, and some interviews actually go viral, which is great. So the interviewee will end up sharing it with their network, and I'll just keep on growing from there and there. And that's how it's manifested into this full service company. And it actually accounts for half my revenue. Actually, more than that. It's like 40% of my, 60% of my revenue. Excuse me.
Oh, I mean, that is just amazing. Now I want to know, what about some career highlights?
Yeah, I mean, I have many, but I would say my biggest is going from freelancer to full service agency within 3 months and growing to be one of the fastest boutique firms in Manhattan. I would say, that was in 2009, somewhere around there. And then in conjunction with that, or I would say more to piggyback off of that, I would say figuring out and niching down and only focusing on working with female founders. We only have one male founder on our roster, but it took a lot of testing and a lot of growing pains to figure out who our target audience is, who we could help as a team and deliver the most value. So, they say riches are in the niches. Yeah, I agree with that.
That is wonderful. I mean, I love the title, like the name. I love what you do. It's inspiring. It's to help others too, and so like becoming what you're doing, like, so you cover like, your focuses of your interviews is like fashion, fitness, health, business. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. But I would say 80% of the interviews would be business and entrepreneurship and female entrepreneurship. We've interviewed a few men here and there, but I would say most of our interviews are females or those that identify as female.
Yes. What do you love most about what you do? You do a lot.
I really am a numbers gal at my core. So I really love the analytics side of my business. We do a lot of analytics consulting for clients. So I love the business analytics part of what we do, but I also love the creative side of what I do. I'm actually right now building out a whole design for a client that she needs everything from website to business cards to stationery to social media to PR, you name it, email templates. And I was the one that was assigned to do all the design. So it's fun. I get to sketch a lot by hand. And then there's also the number side. So I guess what I do, I don't know, it's kind of combines left brain with right brain. And it's, very fortunate to be able to do what I do. Very fortunate.
But through a lot of hard work and believing in yourself, and you are following your dream, your passion for, your business, but not only that, running, because I think running to me is it helps you cope through, keeping your life balanced, despite so much going on. And but what is next for you?
Wow. I think it's in the upcoming years, maybe within the next year or two, I'm going to take a step back a little bit and focus on raising a family. So to kind of complete the puzzle, and beyond that, who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a planner, and I'd love to have my, my life plan in order, but I don't know. I mean, be home or working part-time, with raising a family, have the team to handle the day-to-day and the infrastructure. And then, when the kids get old enough, who knows? Who knows? I'll go back work full time. I don't know. Maybe I'll just focus on Femme Founder. I don't know. But I'm very fortunate to be where I am, like you said, with a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of frustration, a lot of challenges, and also dealing with, the naysayers. But you just keep trucking along. You just keep going. Perseverance is the key to being a successful entrepreneur, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, and you're also an author. Tell us about that.
Okay, yeah. So I wrote my first book in 2015 on PR. Did well, which I thought I was going to sell like 5 copies. It's like my parents, my husband, but sold way more than that. And then in 2018, I partnered with my LA, my West Coast gal. She's my alter ego, and we collaborated and wrote the book Publicity Jumpstart. We released that, I guess that was July of 2018, which actually sold really well, way more beyond we thought it was going to sell. And I do have another book coming out. It's actually called From Nameless to Notable. I don't know when I'm going to release it, but it'll be soon enough. I don't know, maybe within the next year. And then I guess you could say, as a way to build thought leadership for those books. I write for Forbes and Inc. and Entrepreneur, Rolling Stone. And it's been quite a journey.
Well, congratulations. Have to stay tuned for the launch of your next book. And, people want to get a hold of you and they want to find out more information. Where can they go?
Sure. So 2 places, femmefounder.co for the media company. And then if somebody needs one-to-one PR work or design work, then they could go to Marquet.company. I know it sounds like an obscure URL, but I grabbed it because it was different from all the other URLs I had used in the past.
Yes. Well, that's wonderful. And I like you to come back on the show in 6 months or when your book launches. And congratulations. And it was a pleasure to speak with you today.
Thank you so much. It was such an honor. I really enjoyed this conversation.